What is prototype theory in Ethnosemantics? Imagine trying to explain what a bird is to someone who has never seen one. Instead of giving a strict list of features, you might say a bird is something like a robin, which is a typical example. That's what prototype theory in Ethnosemantics is all about. It's a way of understanding how people organize and think about categories in their minds, especially within their culture and language. Instead of defining categories by fixed rules, it suggests that categories are built around a prototype, which is the most typical or representative example of that group. For example, in some cultures, a fish might be a salmon or a trout because they fit the common idea of what a fish looks like and how it behaves. But a shark might be less central because it doesn't match that typical image as closely. The idea is that people judge whether something belongs to a category based on how much it resembles the prototype, not just on strict features. This makes categories fuzzy and flexible, not fixed. Some members are seen as more typical, while others are more peripheral. Cultural knowledge shapes what becomes a prototype. For instance, in a culture where chickens are common, they might be the prototype for poultry, rather than turkeys or ducks. This approach helps explain why different cultures might see the same object differently. It also shows how language reflects cultural ways of thinking. When people talk about categories, they often use metaphors or comparisons based on prototypes. For example, calling a big dog a horse in some languages might make sense because both are seen as large animals. Ethnosemantics use this idea to study how people organize their world mentally. It helps us understand how language and culture are connected, showing that meaning isn't fixed but shaped by shared experiences and cultural priorities. So, in simple terms, prototype theory in Ethnosemantics is about how our minds use typical examples to understand and categorize the world around us, influenced heavily by our cultural background.